Hey guys, just doing a Facebook Live this morning. Let me know if you can hear and see. Yeah. Just gonna add it onto a few groups. Morning, Raoul. Good morning. Just let me know that you can hear and see the live feed. I'll get going in a second. So good morning. Good morning. Hope that you guys are doing okay. Morning, Julie. Morning, Raoul. This is really a check-in time and hello. Post the lunar, the lunar's coming up, isn't it? The lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. But just check in around how you guys are doing after the solar eclipse on Thursday here in Australia and probably everywhere else in the world. But yeah, still a little disorientated. A huge session, a huge activation and transmission came through during the solar eclipse. It has been a powerful week, really, even prior to that, with the solar activity, the solar flares coming in very strongly. I think I saw someone was posting that there was another huge one last night. It definitely felt like a very wide energy, very high frequency last night as well. It was a little tricky sleeping. I don't know if you guys found that too, but it's been, I can't even describe the group that happened on Thursday evening. It was just a new level of energy, I feel. A new level of energy coming in that's really supporting us to move into, I feel like new thought, new ways of feeling, new ways of sensing into the world. A whole new landscape is coming in, and it was interesting. I was listening to a video on Pam Gregory's channel with the beautiful magenta pixie. Yesterday, someone sent it over to me, and very aligned with this energy of, they were talking about the different, well, I talk about the different phases. So I was feeling a phase 2 energetics coming in around the equinox, and that was also talked about with Pam and Magenta yesterday. And and so very aligned. I feel there's many of us really feeling the same energy at the moment and getting the same channeled messages from spirit in our own form, of course, but definitely this energy of another new phase coming in. So I was talking to a colleague of mine yesterday, just saying how it feels very different at the moment, when it doesn't feel like we're in the same energy, doesn't feel like we quite know where we're going, doesn't feel like maybe connections are shifting, people are coming in, people are going, our work isn't feeling the same as it was before. I think this is an important shift that we're going through, and there is an anticipation, and there is a little bit of a push. I feel this from within, and a few people that I'm talking to as well. There's this push for the birthing. There's this push for clarity. There's this push for more information, and to move forward and get on with the job, the new plans, whatever it may be, or even just some new clarity. And that still feels like we're putting all the pieces together for the new. So I think to be a little bit patient is the word. A little bit patient with yourselves around this energy, because it's so, I'd say, foreign. It feels very foreign to what we've been experiencing in the last few years, in the last upgrades. This one feels like a big notch up. And so I think this is going to have a ripple out effect into our lives once we integrate it more into our beingness, into our energy body, into our light. And this came through quite strongly at the group that I did for the Eclipse on Thursday. It was really a two-part session, a 1 hour session. The first part, we actually went energetically off planet to a solar temple. I would say behind or around the great central sun. And this was an initiation and an activation with this higher golden frequency, this higher angelic light. Some might say it was our angelic selves in a different dimension. Some people might connect with this energy potentially as the Elohim even. Yes, Julie, a good time to have your crown. It does feel like a royal crowning of our light. And so this came in quite strongly with some activations for the light body to really anchor in those golden codes, to really anchor in the royal frequencies that we are really birthing now through our energy field, so that we can link up with like minds, with soul brothers and sisters, with the Royal Trinity lineages. I feel like the lineages are coming together. I've been calling in synchronicities myself. I suggest you might want to do the same. Calling in the divine synchronicities, counterparts, soul tribe, monad structure to support you moving forward. Another piece of information that's been coming through quite strongly lately is this sense of the tribe shifting, is this sense of the monads shifting, so soul monads. And so groups of beings that gathered on this earthly plane because they had a soul, a same soul pod or a same soul soul group, if you would say. I feel like these are rearranging, and this is as below, so above. So I feel like there's rearrangements in the beings that are supporting us, the councils, the light activated galactics. I feel like they're having a bit of a military style reorganization, if you will, of structure, because this new light requires different energies and different ways of working. And so we are potentially going to feel that filter into the 3D realm by like maybe being attracted to energies or people that we weren't before, and also letting go of some maybe old energies that we've karmically completed with, and that we no longer need to keep working with that soul contract or that soul pod. So it's quite a powerful and profoundly deep time of change. And this depth is not just the eclipse frequencies, but you know, it's also the Pluto energy in Aquarius till mid June. There's such a depth at the moment that is rippling through us at a deep level, that is taking us inward into much more of ourselves, really, a much more anchored place within ourselves to come from in a much more established and grounded way, so that the work, whatever it may, however it may form and manifest, will come forth in the timing, in the right timing. And as we are setting ourselves free from the old matrix. That was another piece that came in at the solar eclipse group, was this splitting away, releasing a webbing of the old matrix within our being, so that we could actually anchor in this solar light body now and bring it forth. So it was a powerful initiation, the first part of the group. And then yes, I think it was yesterday was profoundly dreamlike. I felt, Amy, profoundly dreamlike and profoundly in another world. Today a little bit more anchored and grounded, but also a little bit fatigued from integrating the energies, for sure. The second part of the group in solar eclipse was around then taking a deep dive into the energy of Shambhala, the Shambhala, inner earth, middle earth, working again with the gold frequency, working with anchoring in that heaven on earth energy that we are here to anchor in through ourselves. So it was a profound two-part session. You're welcome to connect with it. Just PM me if you wish. It was a profound two-part golden light activation, a solar temple, golden temple activation for the amplification of our energy fields, for the opening into higher echelons of light. So what I've been getting is that, you know, as this second phase is initiated, we are now going to be going further afield with our energy, even higher and even lower into the middle earth energies as well, deeper into the base of the collective field. Because, you know, we've been doing the work, we've been strengthening, I've been working with you and fortifying the energy body, the light body, through the activations that I bring through, and the activations of the Akash, clearing the Akash and the cellular consciousness of the old, working with the energies of Thoth, over and over in the last few years, to clear and release the cell consciousness from the old, so that we can lighten up and continue this evolution of the body-mind consciousness of the soul in an organic vessel, which is so I think honored and watched with great glee around the cosmos as we do this pivotal shift that is going to be a blueprint or a template for further societies, further councils, further monads to repeat the template once it has been anchored in through our collective field. So this is not unlike the coming back in the day of Jeshua. He came as an example of the golden consciousness, the 5D Christed frequency, incarnate in miracle form, so that we could then recognize that as a potential, recognize that as an offering of what we could become, not from a grandiose place, not from a look at me on a fantastic place, but just simply that this is a potential that the human consciousness has its ability to wrap itself around if we believe in such. So we're moving into this powerful miracle consciousness time where, you know, anything is possible if we truly believe. The manifestation is heightened with the heightened frequencies and the plasma coming in, and it's very malleable and able to shapeshift very quickly. So as the body becomes more and more crystalline, lighter silica density from the carbon-based structure, then we are able to shift light through our systems, our nervous systems, and our biofield much more profoundly, much more quickly, and get the synchronicities happening in a much more profound way. So I guess that we're in this sort of toing and froing within our own consciousness right now, in between letting go of the old and holding on to the old because it's familiar, because we know it. And I think that is part of my journey for sure, is to be able to kind of let go of some of the old systems and beliefs that have held me back, and to really step into who I am, or who we are, if you will. But there is a kind of, at the moment, like a toing and froing as we kind of learn to trust that there is a new way as a collective. Yeah, that we learn to take a few breaths, that we can learn to trust that there is a different way coming forth. And this is quite scary, of course, at times, because there is no roadmap for what is happening. There is no roadmap, and we are kind of just we're kind of just winging it as a collective field. And sometimes the ego and the small mind and the places that wish to hold on and keep us safe cling to the usual, to the normal. And I know we all hope for a better world where there's a different financial system, there's a different a more equal structure between nations, etc., etc., and that we are living a pure, more organic timeline. But even that in itself can bring up fear, as we are being invited to let go of some of our psychological comforts, and sometimes materialistic comforts as well, in this very vastly changing world that we're living in right now. So I think it comes back to just allowing yourself permission to be a little bit coming and going. Some days you'll be riding the waves high. Some days you'll be feeling like, oh my goodness, I just need to rest. Some days you'll be like, is it going anywhere? I mean, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I was just having a bit of a whinge about how I felt I was stuck, or not moving forward fast enough. And then she said to me, my goodness, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come in the last 3 years. And it's true, we kind of whip on past what has changed, and we're always looking ahead for more, for something else, instead of being in the moment of this deep metamorphosis that is occurring within our energy field, which is really beyond words. Yeah, beyond words, because the energies that are coming in are so vast now that sometimes we are much more than a body. And sometimes we kind of, I know for myself, after working with you guys at the solar eclipse, that really I felt the day after just out of my being. My body was just buzzing, and I really needed to sort of come back in a little. But I think that's also a part of the coming and the going, not to freak out. I know for myself, it took a while for me to accept that sometimes I'm not grounded. I spent a lot of time in my early personal development work working with being more grounded in my body, coming from a very dissociative place, coming from a very not wanting to be here kind of place that many of starseeds can potentially feel at times, especially younger years. And then once you are anchored and more grounded in yourself, you kind of have this, or I kind of put this 24/7 expectation on, I must stay grounded and anchored at all times and in my zone. And I think that's a little unrealistic in these energies and in these triggers that are coming up and in these clearings of our karma that are coming up. It's a bit unrealistic to be able to completely be grounded all the time. And sometimes what Spirit's saying is that you need to have a period of of being very diffuse. So I think that is the main message for today, is that if you're in a bit of a diffuse, slightly disorientated place, don't try and force cohesion again too quickly, because you just need to let it be. You just need to let your body anchor the new energy. And for a little while it feels a little disorientated and maybe not so grounded. Of course, go and sit in nature, hug a tree, put your feet in the ocean, Epsom salt bath, all that jazz. But to know that sometimes we actually need to be a little out of ourselves to take in this new energy, to take in this new way of being, because it is the beings that are sort of pumping through this frequency, through our sun, to us, and from inner earth above. They as people have said in many channels, they are not of a body, they are not of a organic nature, they're much more etheric, so they aren't used to having to deal with the physicality of ascension. And this is why it's important for you to really honor your beingness in the process of the evolution of our light, evolution of our consciousness. And if you feel that you're not going anywhere and that you're in pause, maybe that's exactly where you need to be. Maybe that your body is needing a little integration time before you call in the 3D manifestation of your next phase. And I feel that is where collectively we're in this kind of pregnant pause before we shoot forward. We shoot forward in inspiration, we shoot forward in manifestation. And I feel like this is coming. It's not too far. But again, we need to give ourselves some blessings and some space for the energies that we've been integrating this week, because it has been huge and profound. I am doing another online group for the lunar eclipse. I didn't realize it was the lunar eclipse when I booked in the 555 for Sydney on the 5th of May. That will be the lunar eclipse date. So I feel it's going to be another powerful portal moment where we can really amplify our energy field. And this is what Pam and Magenta were picking up on in their video. I'm sure I might put it below if I can find it. And they were talking about these portal moments where we have the opportunity to receive this coded consciousness and take our evolution to the next level. So it's always useful, I feel personally, to do that in a group energy field, whether it's in your own group locally, or whether it's with me or another teacher or another peer that is doing some sort of energetic cycle work, if you will, energetic work. I feel like there's a profound amplification of the energy field in those situations. And so get on board with these dates if you feel aligned. Get on board with the synchronicities that can help you expand your consciousness and your energy field very powerfully and very quickly, because these dates are the energy is coming in all the time, of course, all the time. You know, you can receive it. You don't need me to help you to receive it. You can just align your conduit and bring it through. But when we're doing these portal days, when there's an eclipse or a equinox or some such double-digit number day, I feel like this is a powerful time to really amplify your energy field, and as divine conduits of light. So as divine conduits of light, light workers, star tribes, healers, grid earth workers, we have come with a soul contract, if you will, to embody the codes, to embody the codes and transfer them to the earth. So part of this evolution in planetary consciousness is the anchoring of the golden frequency through our conduits to the earth. Yeah. And so in that, we are amplifying our own energy field. So we're potentially bringing in more manifestation properties, more magnification of our energy field to draw in what we need as a soul to bring the work to fruition, the synchronicities, the connections, the support from the earth, from the heavens, from the 3D. Yeah. So this is also, as we exponentially amplify our energy field, we then gift it to the grids. We gift it to Gaia. We gift it to the ley lines. And as we do that, wherever we are located in the world, whether it's in sacred ceremony or whether it's just you've decided to sit next to a tree, you know, you are anchoring in this golden frequency and you are shifting the planetary consciousness. This is opening and shifting the portals across the earth, including the earth chakras. I work quite a bit with Uluru at the moment, Giza, Glastonbury. There's such profound shifting happening. I know there's beautiful light workers all over the world doing their grid work, earth work, consciousness lifting, all around the planet, linking up. We are the new earth grid network. Yes, many of us have moved locations in the last 3 years during the whole pandemic scenario. So as well as feeling a little contained at times, we have been also doing some very deep releasing in the energetics of our being, in our psychology, anchoring in more light, and transforming our beings to this new level of energy that can take us into this phase 2 now, where things may get a little more accelerated again, but I feel like there's a bit more action. There's a bit more action coming in regards to our work. So again, really noticing what's true for you, without expectation, without timeline, without thinking you have to do it in any certain way. You are really just living day to day, and you are a living light conduit that is doing the work regardless of what is happening in your earthly experience at that time. So I was really just wanting to hop on and see how you guys were going. It's nice. I can totally relate with the synchronicities, Kathy, and the tiredness. Definitely definitely can happen. Yeah. So basically I think that's all I really wanted to say. It's just a profound time, and to really self-care and manage your energy in a way that feels supportive. I will do a little golden pillar activation. So this is following on from the solar eclipse group, the energy. So I'm just bringing down some solar codes for your light body, for your beingness. This is to help push through any energies that are sort of been activated to clear from your energy field over the last week through the solar light influx. This is a piece of golden mica. So it's beautiful. I have a few of these. If you want to connect with one, you can message me. This is a golden pillar coming through our energy field, and it's just going to ground us from our higher astral chakras through our feet into the earth. Now, so if you haven't heard light language before, all you have to do is let the energy move through you and anchor you down. Okay? Shibanana ki bodonona ki badanana shibedigi burki banana ashkile bedigi ashki buda ndarka ashki badigi bedigi bur. Shobondurundigi bedigi kalakar ka tu. Shile badanana kipuru ki bonoronone beki. Giata raka shitititititititi kikuro koro shibadalakar shibodaraka shibodaraka. So just taking in that energy as a grounding blessing for you this morning on your Saturday, the 22nd of April. I'll leave it there. As always, available for one-on-one work if you feel inspired to connect with me at this time. And also, I'll post up the 5-5 group in the next week. So keep an eye out for that one. There's a couple of cancellations in the room for Sydney, so if you're feeling drawn to being in person in Crow's Nest for the 5-5, 6:15 p.m. start, you're welcome to attend that group. And I'll also hopefully put this video up on YouTube later. So take it easy. I hope you have a restful, integrative weekend after the week we've had, and I look forward to connecting with you in the coming days. Take care for now. Bye-bye.